As Aaron Rodgers would say, we need to exorcise some energetic demons.
Is that what he says?
Energetic demons?
They won.
I know, and he said they exercised some energetic demons, and I just want to be like, Aaron's sister, if you get rid of energetic in that sentence, it still means the same thing, and you sound way less stupid.
Yeah, why does he think there's like lethargic demons out there? Just like, I don't want to.
So you got your kinetic demons and you got your potential demons. Right?
Oh my God.
Now, the potential demons, they ain't so bad. It's the kinetic demons that'll get
If
you.
you hold a demon on a string.
Oh man, who knew the demon world was so complicated?
You know, if you flick a demon in space, it'll go on forever. It'll just keep demonizing all the way for eternity.
It's just a straight line of demonization all the way through.
What was the question?
Actually, most meteorites start out as demons that have left another planet.
And they crystallize.
Yeah, they accumulate a stardust upon them, and then when they hit Earth, that is when it becomes infected.
Aaron, are you high?
What was
Well,
the
yes,
question?
I am.
Whoa.
Hi,
I mean,
how
we're
are
really
you?
low. If you think about how space is forever, I'm equally as low as I am high.
It's kind of
Technically,
relation.
up and down is relative to what planet you happen to be on or not on or moving towards or away from.
But also, yes, I'm very high.
Does
hurts
weed
when
make
they
you
tackle
high?
me.
Oh, shit.
Christ.
Welcome to the podcast.
welcome.
Oh, glad to be back. We did an off-campus episode last week
Nice.
at my humble abode. Didn't look quite as nice. We didn't have white. We had some white walls behind us.
Oh, you didn't have your Astro Galaxy background?
You didn't want to steal that.
That's
from
saved for getting Doug. I can't.
That's trademarked.
It's like how when a band opens for the other band,
Yeah.
their banner is covered up.
Yeah.
And then they
Exactly.
drop the banner.
Yeah, you don't want the opening band have a giant Slayer banner behind
Yeah.
it.
I like it when you go to a metal show, the opening band is the drummer's about 10 feet in the air, and then the headliner comes and the drummer's about 75 feet in the air. I don't know why.
Flipping upside down.
I never understood that with metal. Like, why do we have to get a hydraulic platform for the fucking drummer to be so high?
I don't know. It's always
I
like,
like that.
there's like always this high energy aspect.
Of course,
to,
but we know that.
You know what I like it. There is like a high energy
my
aspect
favorite.
to like live performances, especially like metal, like coming out of the 80s and stuff like that. And the drummer is just like, what do you do? You have a bunch of glam like hair metal bands. The drummers would like flip their sticks like batons.
Yeah.
But then it's like newer metal bands. Once you get into like the 90s and later,
Yeah.
they're like, all right, our drummer's gonna be upside down
Yeah.
half of the thing. Yeah, it's just like
He's going to be parachuting.
some
from-
crazy showmanship.
Well,
Yeah,
It's so much dumber when they're sideways. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
They'll have them sideways on stage.
That is
I'm
weird.
like, I would way rather have them up high and you're looking directly at them. That looks cool.
Yeah, but as a musician, I like to be able to put my foot up on the drum riser and like
Yeah.
really like, interact
Really give it
with the
hell.
drummer.
yeah, eye contact with the drummer.
I need a jetpack if I'm in a metal band to make eye contact with
You
the
need a
drummer.
fucking a belay rope.
How
like
sick
you gotta,
would that be, though?
That would be sick.
A wireless mic and a wireless guitar. You have a jetpack and you're just scooting around
Yeah, they
the
give you
arena.
the Britney Spears mic that
Yeah.
just comes around your chin.
Or the one that's even thinner now where they put the little
Yeah.
bit of skin-colored tape
Oh,
on your
that's
cheek and it looks like you
gross.
have a nasty mole.
I don't like that.
It looks like somebody just had like a cancerous mole lopped off
Yeah.
every time they wear that thing.
That God, people, you know what is becoming really popular is Band-Aids. Little like
Yeah.
circle Band-Aids. That it's like that is more noticeable.
I
than
think,
a
but
zip.
I think what it is supposed to shorten the lifespan of the pimple. So even though you're drawing attention to it,
And you're owning it.
You're not owning it if you're covering it up.
Well, I mean, you're wearing a Band-Aid.
girl, you are owning that pimple.
Do you think how would someone would respond if I saw them with a pimple Band-Aid and I was like,
What if it's a...
you
like,
are owning that?
What if it's not even a pimple? What if it's like a wart or a...
hort?
What if it's a boil?
I don't know if they make boil Band-Aids.
Yeah, I guess you don't really... Those don't go down once they're there.
Yeah, I think
No,
those
they
are
gotta
just
be
there for good.
lanced.
Yeah.
Gotta lance it.
Who the fuck is Lance?
Lance.
I think, is that the only thing that gets lanced is a boil? It's like they're so
No.
nasty that.
No,
Skin
warts-
tags,
warts.
warts will get lanced sometimes.
So what does lanced mean? Just sliced
Cut
off?
off, yeah.
It's cut with a scalpel.
Oh, I thought they used a lance.
What's a lance?
Isn't that what they use in medieval times? No,
Yeah.
in jousting, isn't
Yes,
that a lance?
it is.
The long thing is called a lance?
I believe so.
But when your doctor uses it, it's a lancet.
Oh, a miniature.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah. I looked it up.
Crazy.
You guys want me to get? You should sell some custom merch, lancets.
Get your What's Wrong With Me lancet today.
Lob that ward off.
That is a good
tomorrow.
merch idea to just sell things that people need.
Like toenail clippers or something.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
a good idea, actually. Toenail clippers.
I could use a pair right now. My
I
toes
prefer
are getting long.
I prefer a rounded.
Your toes
toenail
are getting
clipper.
long.
Yeah, I gotta cut them off.
I gotta trim the whole fucking toe,
It's bad.
like tree roots, just pulling up the sidewalk and shit.
You start like crumpling up in your shoes like that. Oh my god!
I get tagged on that stuff on TikTok with the gnarliest foot stuff where they're like,
You get tagged in it?
not tagged, sorry,
You're like,
recommended.
Bo needs to see
Yeah,
this.
Bo, I found some more fucked up feet than yours. Can you believe
I
that?
got nice feet. Give me a break. They're good.
It's too early for Bo.
I do have like monkey toes though. I can
Holy
pick up a
shit.
fucking cue ball with my feet.
A cue ball?
Yeah.
You could do
Holy
like
shit.
some Wizard of Oz shit, fly through a field and pick
yeah.
up a kid with your feet. Yeah.
With my talons.
Oh my
They're
god! Will you be the
gotta
flying
see
monkey
it
for
then.
Halloween next year?
Is it? Am I making this up in my head, or is there a video on YouTube of a kid getting scooped up by a bird?
It's fake.
Is it?
Yeah, it was part of a
Don't
like a film school project that these like kids did a CGI thing, and they like made a video of an eagle swooping down and
Yeah, Golden Eagle
picking up a
snatches
kid.
kid.
Yeah, no, it's
46
fake.
million views.
Yeah, I think they got an A.
Yeah, for sure.
like, no, I didn't like that.
It's 9 years old.
What
Yeah,
about
it's pretty good.
What about that kid in the weather balloon that wasn't real? That's topical, right?
Wait, what's that? I don't think I
You
remember
don't
that.
remember that? The balloon kid?
Oh, I do remember that.
Oh,
And
they
it was-
shook the camera. I see. That's a good move. Do you remember when they did that video of those two towers going down and that wasn't real?
Yeah, that big goof that they pulled off.
Wait, that was real. It was just a setup.
Oh.
It's a controlled
Oh, I thought
demolition.
the towers were still there.
No.
No, my bad.
Yeah, they just had to
I
demolish.
thought that was CGI.
No,
And now
no,
they've been
the plane going into it was CGI.
So I don't know if anybody remembers this, but whenever Spider-Man 1, the Tobey Maguire ones, first the original teaser trailer in movie theaters only, I think. The end, it's like a 30-second trailer, and the end of the trailer is a huge web with, I think, a helicopter caught between the two towers.
Really?
Yeah, and they got rid of it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I know they did a bunch of stuff like in, I believe in Waterboy. In one of the scenes, they CGI'd an American flag and USA on one of his shirts. That was originally just
Oh,
like a
not
plain
there.
red shirt or something like that.
Oh.
They, like,
Good,
did
because
a-
I needed
yeah.
to make sure Waterboy pledged its allegiance.
Yes. Yeah, it wasn't American
Yeah,
enough.
Yeah,
I need
I
a movie
wasn't
about
sure
a
who
mentally
he-
challenged fella starring. What is it? Are they a JUCO? Or are they? I guess they had to have been Division I because they played for a title. What's Louisiana? What college
The
was
Mud
it?
Dogs. that's all.
The Mud Dogs.
I should get a Mud Dogs jersey.
You should.
It's
You
a
should spend
Boucher
money
at the-
and get that.
I mean, our characters in the hockey movie were basically the two
Yeah.
stupid football fans. From
Well, we didn't
Waterboy.
have an accent, but yeah.
Well, no, but just generally like we're
Generally
just the
similar.
two-
Also, Bo, you did have an accent.
What do you mean?
Just your accent.
I don't have an accent.
the one that you just normally have.
Oh, this jersey says Waterboy.
Oh, that's stupid.
No, it needs to say Mud Dogs.
Boucher.
Yeah. Bobby Boucher.
Gatorade.
H2O.
Damn, we're topical today.
Oh my god, I know.
We're on point.
Yeah, dude.
Holy
Coming
shit.
in hot.
You guys just want to do? Let's get into not trivia.
Why not?
Why? Nah, and you have news stories, right?
Yeah, I got a couple.
Let's do it. You ready to sing?
Yeah.
Not trivia. That was our best one in a long time.
Yeah, that was. My voice is a little warmed up.
Were you singing in the car on the way here?
No. I had been off for a couple weeks.
Were you singing Boys to Men? You were, weren't you? Who are you? The alto, the soprano, the tenor?
Sweeter than you.
I forget what I was in choir. I think I was at like a high pitch. I had a pretty high pitched voice for a while.
You're a castrato.
No, I think I was a tenor.
More precious than you.
I don't remember.
More precious than you. Girl, you are. All right, not trivia this week. So in the 2 weeks since we've been here, or has it been 2 weeks?
3 weeks.
Holy shit.
Because we missed all of last week. We recorded the week before that, and then we were here the week before that.
You're right.
Yeah.
Well, in the last 2 weeks, I've had probably the most prolific era in my comedic writing. Usually it takes me a ridiculous amount of time to develop material. And I've kind of done a lot this last 2 weeks. I'm proud of myself.
Oh, yeah?
So that's what we're going to talk about in Not Trivia today.
Okay.
In the last 2 weeks, yes, just about my new material.
Okay.
In the last 2 weeks, how many new minutes
69.
have I? All right, Brian is up by 1 point.
Yes! Eating pussy while sucking cock.
Hell yeah. This you can do. You can pull it off. You can pull it off.
Sorry for my heteronormative perspective on 69ing. It has to be sucking cock while sucking cock, eating pussy while eating pussy. Okay, keep going.
You could do it. This is like a domino effect.
He can do it.
This seems low now that I'm going to say it out loud, but just for reference, some of my like 1 or 2 minute bits have taken upwards of a year for me to figure out.
Fair enough. I don't think that's crazy at all.
Me neither.
Just so you, and not that my new material is 100% fleshed out, but it is close, and so it's doable on shows and all that. So, how many new minutes have I written in the last 2 weeks? 3, 6, 9,
Damn, she's
or
fine.
12. 6, 9. 3, 6, 9, or 12. How many minutes?
I'm going to go 6.
I'm going to go 9.
The answer is 9 new minutes.
Ooh, I could smell 9 new minutes on you.
And I am...
I'll give you $100 for all 9 minutes.
Yeah, you want to...
I want to get to that level of
It's
comedy.
like, you know when you have a beard?
You know how when your name's Taylor...
I feel like Taylor is the gay version of Tyler, so I'm changing my name to...
People are always trying to get me to alterate their pants.
You know when you're really into fashion?
So when I'm folding clothes at work
I
is...
was at Disneyland the other day.
So, there I was riding the Cyclone 17 times in a row.
The Cyclone. That is a roller coaster. Not on this side of the country. Okay, Brian is up 1-0 in Bo's corner. Okay, so I do have one other new bit that, if it were fleshed out, would make it a full 12 new minutes. But it's not ready yet. What is that bit about? Is it about suicide?
He's like, the C word, the K word, or the N word.
Wait, what's the K word? Oh, never mind.
Reel it in.
Don't say it. Don't say it. Okay. Is it about suicide, the act, suicide, the drink, or suicide, the sprints exercise?
Oh, yeah. I bet it's about those.
I'm going the drink.
I'm going the sprints.
The answer is suicide, the act. You're both wrong.
Okay.
Fucking idiots.
Dude, I hated running suicides.
Yeah, it's bad.
You loved him?
Yeah. I like to
it.
bear crawl
I really
suicide.
like
There's something weird about how Bo is a positive contrarian. It's like he disagrees with everything.
No, obviously I don't like doing suicides. I'm joking.
But you couldn't help yourself.
I know,
from
but
saying
your gut reaction is to be like
But it brings-
aggressively positive.
It brings me to a good place in high school.
Did you ever have to do the fireman's carry with the I didn't have to do it, but I don't know what they were carrying. But the wrestling team was always carrying
No.
heavy bags.
They're usually dummies or punching bags.
dummies.
stuff.
That's what
Yeah.
it was.
We'd
It was
have to
dummies.
bear crawl 100 yards
yes.
and back.
Oh,
That
yeah.
sucked.
You were. Is it just football? Is that yeah?
Yeah.
That's what I had. To
But
bet
we would
football.
do off season in the wrestling room and have to do these really, odd like rolling over and under
Oh,
shit
yeah.
in football. That was weird.
that.
And you just are fucking probably have staph infection all over you. Those
Yeah.
wrestling mats are disgusting.
Yeah.
They really are.
And they're like,
Impetigo.
let's turn the heat up in this room. It's like, what are we doing?
Impetigo, you can get that. I thought that was
Which
what
is
happens when
basically-
black people get like white spots on
You can
them.
get lumbago.
No, that's
What is lumbago?
hold on. We gotta back up. First of all,
Oh, is that vitiligo?
vitiligo
Vitiligo
is when you lose the pigmentation in
Yeah.
your skin.
okay.
Impetigo is basically a precursor to staph infection.
These both sound like
It's very
Street Fighter
similar.
characters.
Impetigo.
It's got long arms.
Wait, hold on. I forgot what we were. Oh, so when I was playing football, we didn't do bear crawls. One of our like punishments was a lame dog. Do you guys know what that is?
No.
A lame dog is a bear crawl, but you're only allowed to use one leg. So you're like a lame dog who only has 3 legs.
Got it.
Rizzo, you're using 2 legs, Rizzo. I'm gonna
Yeah.
start you over.
Yeah.
Like,
And
how
so-
do you monitor that?
Oh, you pick a leg,
Yeah.
and that you go 100 yards on one leg, and then on the way back you have to roll somersaults.
Yeah, I
the
did
whole
roll.
way
Fuck
back.
Yeah.
somersaults.
And that was like, if you fucked up during practice, lame dog after practice.
Yeah.
And everyone would just watch you.
Right.
Well, we did the thing where if someone got in trouble, like straight out of fucking Full Metal Jacket, like if someone did something wrong, then they would watch us all do.
I was just about to say the Army did that to
yeah.
me 3-4 times.
Yeah, it's
Where
the
when they're
worst.
doing push-ups, they had to go down. Thank you, PFC Vokey. We love you, PFC Vokey.
Yeah.
Thank you. And they're just doing hundreds of push-ups, and I had to stand there while it's just like a perfect way to get your ass beat.
Yeah.
It sucks so much.
Fuck, that sucks, yeah.
Somebody thinks he's an individual.
All right.
Yeah.
He's free thinking over here.
Yeah.
All right, let's go on to question number 3. In my 9 new minutes, what is the majority of my material about?
Balenciaga.
Is it? Yes. I love Balenciaga, personally. I think that they're like the most self-aware designer brand
Sent him on a tangent.
across the
My
board.
bad.
Yeah, you did. You really did. Especially because Balenciaga is like, they understand how people view them, so they
Get it.
make all their wearable clothes. They make their high fashion runway clothes, which is a separate thing, and then they make their trinkets, which are only made for people to make fun of them and to get eyes on them. So like when they made like a Lay's potato chip leather purse that just looks like a potato chip bag, like all the new stuff that they're making is ridiculous, but they're just making that stuff as a marketing ploy. And it's working, and they're like becoming one of the like.
I see. That's why I don't think it's far fetched that his 9 minutes are about Balenciaga.
I got 9 minutes right now.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Balenciaga is not
One of the
one of the options.
Yeah.
But maybe next week I'll have 9 minutes of Balenciaga. Okay. Is the majority of the material about homophobia, racism, Kanye, or my dick? Either of you can answer first.
Go ahead, Bo.
Brian is officially up by 1 point, though,
I
so
know.
you should get this one right.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Kanye. I'll go racism.
Okay, Brian?
I'm going to go with homophobia.
You were thinking homophobic?
Yeah.
The answer's homophobia.
Fuck!
Bo sucks, Bo sucks.
Bo
I do
sucks.
not.
Bo sucks. All right, so
It's early.
this last, there's one more question,
Not warmed up.
which is worth exactly 3 points, so it's still up in the air.
The true carry rules.
So now I'm going to win by 5-0.
Probably.
All right, what new aspect of stand-up comedy?
What new aspect ratio?
What new
3-4.
what new aspect ratio do I shoot all of my sets in?
Yeah.
No. What new aspect of stand-up comedy have I introduced to my act that I believe is really helping my material? Is it
Ventriloquism.
Physicality.
is it puns, act outs, impressions, or music?
Going to act outs.
I was gonna go act outs too.
Because he does not do puns. He hates puns.
Doesn't do impressions. Plus, his boss does all the puns.
My boss.
Doug Punson. He does a lot of puns.
He does, yeah.
Yeah. I want to say act outs.
All right, we can both do act outs.
But I've never hear you do impressions.
No.
So I think, and you're an athletic boy, so I'm gonna say act outs as well.
The answer is act outs.
It's not a bad loss.
5-3.
That's not a bad
Not
loss.
as bad as 2-0.
I mean, those were garbage time points, but yeah, for sure, 5-3.
I guess at first, so we could say we're tied. I don't know, but
I already had 2.
Yeah.
yeah. So then I would have won.
If you got it wrong.
No, but I guessed first. So the scoreboard said 3-2, and then the buzzer went, and then he answered it. And they had to review the tape. They reviewed the tape, and the ball went in, but the light was on by the time it.
That's my fault.
Have you seen they got female refs now in the NFL?
What
Have you
the
heard about
fuck?
this? Have you seen
What's
this?
the deal?
In the NFL?
Yeah. No, they've been there for years now, but it's just like old comics have bits about that. Did you see Jay Leno's face caught on fire?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It wasn't in my news stories, but yeah, he got. Maybe I'll pull it up. But
Wait, how does that happen?
He was working on a car. He got in a gas fire in his garage, burnt his face, but he's all right.
Jesus.
It said it did not penetrate his eyes or ears. Good Lord.
I gotta pee. I'm sorry. Y'all hold the fort down.
Penetrate his eyes. Holy
I'll
fuck.
edit this out. Don't worry.
I'm terrified.
Jesus. That's
Bo's
fucking
in shambles. Yeah, isn't that crazy? He got on fire working. I mean, I thought he got in a car accident at first, but they said he was actually working on a car in his garage, which I imagine he's going to really downplay it, be real blue collar. Yeah, that kind of stuff happens when you're working on your car. That's the kind of stuff that happens.
Yeah, I just wasn't paying attention. I just looked over here, and I looked over there, and then there I was.
All of a sudden my wife is like, why do you have so many cars? And I'm like, oh, I need to work on them. Yeah.
How are we going to get to the movies tonight if we don't have cars?
So what's happening? The last 2 weeks, what have you been up to?
Oh, man, I mean, really, I started my new job, which is
is?
fun. I work for a clothing brand again. Retail is always my
What's a gain?
Yeah, so it's nice. I like the brand. That's been pretty chill, but just balancing that with going hard after stand up to like work on all this new material is kind of all I've been doing really.
You been micing?
Yep, been micing pretty hard. I like put all my like script stuff sort of on the back burner for a couple weeks before I dive back into that. But yeah, man, a lot of podcasting. We've had a guest every week on Getting Doug the last couple weeks.
Is that getting bigger?
Yeah, it's growing. We've been posting a little bit of stuff on YouTube. There's a mini episode on YouTube right now. If you just type in Getting Doug with High, it'll be at the top. So yeah, it's nice. Rachel Wilson did the podcast last week, which was cool.
Jackass's own.
That's right.
That's cool. Yeah, what's it like out there doing comedy at the LA mics? Is it the exact same or is it different? Is it a little wackier?
I have been not going to like any prestigious mics.
I don't know if they exist.
I guess not. I guess they don't. I mean, I've been going to black box mics, either like the stupid $5 mics
I just wanted
or
to
like
say words in front of
finding
some
other.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For
I
sure.
mean, because for me, it's really just about honing in the idea. Because all my shit is really idea and like concept heavy, and so like making sure that comes across good. And the last 2 weeks, I have gotten more laughs at open mics than I have ever gotten before. So
good.
It's kind of weird. I'm nervous to do some of that material tonight at a real show. Because it's like...
Yeah, what's the lineup on that show? It's heavy hitters, right?
Jesus.
Patton Oswalt.
Yeah, Patton Oswalt. Fucking Doug is on there. I know Logan Gunselman is on there.
Mm-hmm.
She's super funny. I can't find the fucking... Oh, yeah, Chris Estrada's on there. Jeff Buck, who is the host, and I think he kind of runs the show a little bit. And I think there's a couple other little guest people that'll come on. But yeah, I'm pumped for it, man. I've never done that. Have you done that before? The comedy patio downtown?
The farmers market show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I did
What's
it.
the venue actually like? I've never been there.
Oh, Christ.
Is it outside? Is it outside?
Yes,
Okay, all right.
it is outside.
I just need to know how warm I should dress.
Yeah, you should get the Balenciaga Lay's potato chip.
I will. And put it over my head.
Yeah, the salt and vinegar boots. Or whatever.
I would fucking.
Got him.
You didn't get me. I don't give a
He
fuck.
got you good.
I'll fucking listen. If I had Kanye money, I would buy a fucking Lay's potato chip bag from Balenciaga.
Yeah.
That shit is hilarious to me.
You probably at this point do have Kanye money.
Yeah, maybe.
You got $100 million still?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Somewhere.
Who doesn't? In
It's-
Biden's economy?
Yeah, it's tied up and
I get paid
Offshore
$30 million
accounts.
for 30-second clips now online.
Y'all
That's
hear
so
this Trump guy's running again? You hear about this? You read about this?
Yeah, he said he was
Donald?
Yeah.
he said he was going to
Donald.
make America glorious and great again, and people have been calling it Magaga. That's a Twitter joke. That made me laugh.
Hilarious.
Yeah, Magaga.
They just add a GA to their
Yeah.
old hat.
I love the Tim Heidecker joke where he's like, Lady Gaga, she's getting big. What's next? Lord Goo. I mean, it's like intentionally bad stand
Yeah.
So
Is he in that leather jacket? Yeah.
The leather special.
He's so funny.
Oh my god.
I've never seen somebody nail like doing stand up that poorly and be that funny. Like,
Yeah.
Like,
He
it's
should
so
like
good.
anytime they make a movie with stand up in it, he should coach the actors in how to portray like bad comedy.
You know who else did a great job was Chappelle and Nutty Professor.
Oh my
Oh, yeah.
god, he did
But he
so
actually
good.
is funny, kind of.
Yeah, but he also is a
Well, but
hack.
he
Yeah.
it was
Yeah,
he
for
played
sure,
the
for
hacky
sure.
comedy because
Yeah.
like hacks are getting laughs regardless.
Oh yeah, that's why everybody else hates hacks.
yeah.
Because it's the easiest comedy to do. Is you're
Exactly.
guaranteed to get laughs.
I hear what you're saying, but I think it's
You know what? I actually like hacks.
no, it's just like
I'm sure he does.
It's still kind of difficult to do, to be that like I don't know if it's
Really?
unaware of yourself that you have that much
I get-
confidence.
I mean, there's
Like,
a little bit of that.
I don't know,
Should I do a hack comic for 2023?
dude. I would love to see that.
I could smash as a hack.
You think so?
Yes, because I have real hacky tendencies that I have to constantly monitor.
Yeah.
I think that's been my fear, and that's why it like took me so long to do any act outs in my material is because it felt like I was drifting into that hacky world,
Yeah.
and it's like
Are you humping the stool?
I am, and it's like no, I'm not. I do sit on the stool and do an act
Classic.
out.
Upside down though.
I do get down on my knees for an
Sitting
act
on
out.
So this guy's fucking me the ass, just like this, right?
So there's four dicks, right?
Yeah.
Classic bit. Classic bit.
Yeah.
But like
Hilarious.
rewatching,
Well,
like,
normally there's 4. There's 3 on this one.
Fuck this.
it's a lame dog chair if you don't know.
Callback.
But like watching,
You're doing callbacks now,
yeah,
too?
I
Shit.
callbacks are a big part of it. Like watching Patrice though, like he does act outs all the time,
Yeah.
and it's not
It's performance art.
it doesn't play to me as act outs because it's just a part of
If it's done
what
right.
he's
Well, it's
and
not
that's
like
what it feels
Sebastian,
like.
where Sebastian's like, he's acting out going to the grocery store and he does 17
Yeah.
backflips. And you're like, is this how you go to the grocery store?
Yep.
He's like fucking Varishnikov up there as he's like
Why is this a
looking for
parkour
beans.
performance?
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit's okay. Yeah, so there is like a balance between that. Yeah, like Patrice, like looking out on the stage, like during certain bits, like stuff like that. It like
That was an act out that you just did.
I know.
I believe that was pantomiming.
That was pantomime.
Oh, is it pantomime?
what you just did.
Maybe I do pantomime.
No,
Wait, what's the difference?
because you were when you're pretending to look out at something, then you're pantomiming what somebody would do. But if you're doing it on stage, I believe it's an act out on comedy.
Well, I
but
got a phone call the other day, and I
Yeah.
picked it up.
that's an act out is pantomiming. It's the same thing.
Okay. So pantomime. So
But I
outside
just feel
of
like
comedy.
I feel like an act out has to be on stage. I don't think you can do an act out.
Yeah,
in
you
a
can't do
living
an act
room.
out just like with your friends.
I feel
Yeah.
like an act out is when you're still talking and doing a physicality to it, and a pantomime is when you stop talking and do a physicality to it.
That makes sense because of the miming.
Yeah. I could be wrong. I don't know.
I wish
Yeah.
we were as smart as George Carlin so we could understand all this shit. Oh fuck. You want to get into your news stories?
Yeah, I got a couple. I got a couple news stories for you.
Extra, Bo Loffman's News Corner. Extra.
Botox.
Bo knows.
Botox.
That was like the first episode we talked about.
That's a
that.
pun. I like that pun. That's a good pun.
I didn't come up with that. One of y'all did.
I think you came up
Oh,
with it.
that's why I like it so much. God damn, I'm funny.
You are hilarious. All right, this is on CBS. This is on CBS Sports. This is important. Chinese man.
Botox.
Racist.
Oh, Chinese man, I'm in.
Chinese man, 50, runs marathon in under 3.5 hours while smoking cigarettes. The runner, who goes by the name Uncle Chen, finished 574th out of the group of nearly 1,500 while smoking cigarettes throughout the race.
And he's 50, so he's been smoking his whole
The
life.
whole time.
He just picked it up last week.
On November 6th, a runner that goes by the name Uncle Chen ran the Xinjiang Marathon. I probably said that wrong. Racist, sorry. Marathon in 3 hours and 28 minutes while chain smoking cigarettes, according to the Canadian Running Commission. After the race, photos of Uncle Chen chain smoking surfaced on Chinese social media app Weibo.
Wait,
They have since gone viral.
Xinjiang is where the Uyghurs are. What?
was the race was in Canada?
No, Xinjiang is a province in China.
Why was the Canadian marathon?
I think they're reporting it. I don't know. Good question.
Oh, I got you. It's like why is Canada
No,
putting
that's a
on a
good
marathon
point.
in China?
I want to know how many cigarettes, though, if they have any guess on that. When people...
3 hours.
3 hours? He probably ripped, I would imagine,
Like a pack.
10,
Yeah.
half
Close
a
to
pack?
a pack. How much is in a pack? 12?
20.
20.
20?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
So he probably smoked at least 2 packs.
God damn.
If he's chain smoking them.
Was he smoking Capris? Maybe there was 30 in there.
If he's getting those red dragons I used to get in Chinatown, he smoked 400. 'Cause he would like smoke one, it would just go.
Oh, okay. Maybe it was that. Yeah, I wonder how much. And
He
also,
just had him out of his lip lit.
Yeah.
They're just going away on its own.
also
yeah.
sweat in cigarettes is a big thing. So if he was sweating a lot, those things are soaked. So maybe they're
Yeah.
smoking
Yeah,
longer.
they're absorbent.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like a fuse.
So that's
the fuck?
that's for the kids out there listening. You can do it too.
Were they CBD cigarettes?
I believe these were Chinese cigarettes.
It's
These
funny
were the
that
real deal.
in the Xinjiang province where they're repressing all the ethnic Uyghurs up there,
Mm-hmm.
which is where this marathon apparently was. It's interesting that they're like trying to make them assimilate and become Han Chinese people and
Mm-hmm.
act like Han Chinese people. And they're like, I just imagine being a Uyghur being like, so this is what you want me to do? You want me to chain smoke while running marathons? Like, what's so great about your culture?
Now, Uyghurs are
This is the height of
the
our
Muslim
culture.
Chinese people. Is that
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're in like work camps and stuff.
Yeah.
Supposedly.
Wait, that's not white people that want to be black?
No, nope, it's not.
That's an easy joke, and it's been said.
Oh, is
before.
it? Is it hacky? I'm trying to
is.
shift into a new demographic.
Well, it's a pun too, which I've been told that you hate.
I don't like puns. I don't. I'm really bad at them.
Well, that's
on
probably
top
why you
of
don't
not
like
liking
them.
Well, I don't.
That's why I don't like hot girls.
Because you're not.
I'm bad at them.
I just don't. I've never liked them like as like a comedy fan, and so when I started doing stand up, it just was like outside of what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
My opinion on puns is I think there's a difference between a comic that literally just does puns.
He literally traffics in puns.
Like if you live on that, but you can have funny punchlines that are wordplay that kind of get in the pun area, and I don't think those are as bad.
I have like one bit where it was like sort of a pun. That I don't really do it anymore, but yeah. Other than that, I like can't really puns on like podcasts or whatever. You're just chatting is like those like in the moment little hacky jokes. I think are fun, but it's not something I would ever do on stage. I don't think.
I had a joke was like, it was like about cosplay, and it's like, do y'all like cosplay? If you don't know what cosplay is, it's when you take sleeping pills and watch Cosby reruns, which is kind of a play on words. But that wasn't the whole joke. But
It was like a 15-minute chunk.
45-minute closer. But
That's just the
like
intro to the Cosby material.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, next joke, because that joke was bad. Next story.
I was gonna say you gonna hit us with
Yeah,
another one
start
liner.
joke.
running material.
You do a full set. I swear I got
do
better
have
ones
a
in
new-
here.
I
Yeah,
do
we're
have a
gonna
new
we're
joke.
gonna close the show with my
What's your new
9
joke, bro?
minutes.
I don't want to say it on air. Don't want to burn it.
Yeah, that's true.
With all these listeners.
Yeah, all your future comedy.
I'll
viewers
tell you
are gonna be
after.
over it.
It's really bad and stupid. Not bad like.
Yeah, I want to
offensive.
run. I want to
Bad
run my
boy.
9 minutes by you guys. Real
I'm
quick
a
before
bit
we leave.
blue. All right, this is just sad because this was the only thing funny about the New Year's Eve coverage. But CNN reporters no longer allowed to drink during New Year's Eve
Because
coverage.
of Don Lemon getting wasted.
Damn,
That was
that's a
one of the
bummer.
greatest nights ever.
And of course, it's his picture first
Yeah,
holding
of
up
course.
a drink.
Well, he was hammered,
But
dude.
didn't Coop get pretty fucking shit faced?
Yeah, but I don't think he said any shit.
Yeah, I think
Like,
they were
Don
all
Lemon
pretty,
was like talking shit.
yeah, everyone gets a
Didn't
little
he
bit lit
ask
on
for a
that
kiss
shit.
or something?
I don't remember, but isn't there a story that he's kind of pushed down that he grabbed a dude by the
Yeah.
dick? Yeah.
Yeah,
And he's suppressed that.
Yeah.
Old Lemon.
He's like, I'm just
Old
making
Lemon party.
I'm just making lemonade.
Watching reporters get drunk on New Year's Eve is easily the best part about television coverage of the holiday, but you probably can't look forward to an inebriated rant from Don Lemon this year, as Variety reports. CNN has ordered its correspondents to lay out drinking while they work on this New Year's Eve. So, unfortunately, we don't get a busted Lemon this year, which is just a bummer because
is
that like
unfortunate.
you don't even nobody gives a fuck about New Year's. I feel
Yeah.
like it's the dumbest shit ever.
Don's hard lemonade.
Yeah, and it's also like in California we're getting the New York coverage. Like nobody fucking cares. That
Yeah.
happens at like fucking 9 o'clock here or something.
I don't know if I've ever celebrated New Year's. It just seems.
I
lame.
like to do something, but I don't like to go out. Like, I'm gonna be in Florida this year, so we'll probably like go out to a bar or something like that,
Yeah.
or like hang out.
5, 4,
I'm a
3.
I'm a night owl anyway, so I don't think I've ever not stayed up to midnight, and it's never like, maybe in high school we would like count down and be like, whoa.
Wait, did you just say what you're doing for New Year's?
Yeah.
I missed it. Sorry, I was
I'm
reading
just
about
kidding.
Don
I'm gonna
Lemon.
be in Florida.
Oh, yeah. Wrestling gators and shit.
Yeah.
Are you gonna go to the 5 o'clock somewhere bar again?
Yeah. Fuck yeah. I love
yeah.
that bar.
Is it maybe that's your New Year's plan?
It's not out of the question. We'll definitely go there, but I don't like going out when a ton of people are at a place, and that place gets fucking rowdy.
At midnight, will it still be 5 o'clock somewhere?
Well, yeah.
It's always, that's the
Wow.
point. It's always
Wow.
5 o'clock somewhere.
That's interesting.
What do
It's
they
like
drop
the-
instead of for a ball in Florida? What do they drop?
A beach
instead?
ball?
Maybe, yeah.
Some gator nuggets.
Gator nuggets.
Just sprinkle them into the water. We did it.
10! And a big gator nugget dropping down.
What the fuck?
Probably like a Ford Pinto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Into like
An El Camino.
a big explosive or something.
Yeah.
That would be sick. Yeah, they have like a Viking wedding.
Yeah.
Just float something out in the ocean.
Everybody's saluting for some reason.
Dude. Yeah. Burmese pythons come out of nowhere and kill everybody at the show.
Fuck yes.
That sounds
Everyone's
nice.
talking in tongues and shit.
Dude, the Burmese pythons are killing everything in Florida. Everything.
Dude, and I grew up around like a lot of the people that I feel like are the problem
yeah.
with that shit, because I knew this kid. He was probably like 15 at the time, and he had well over 20 large snakes in his house, and like there's no way he kept them, and like they just
Yeah.
go out into the world and they become
they-
fucking enormous.
Yeah, Burmese pythons are one of the largest snakes in the world.
And the ones particularly in the Everglades, because they were most of them were captive and then released to the wild, their like growth pattern is much more accelerated because they go
They're
from
fed regularly early.
well it's that they're able to eat more out in the wild, and they're
They have no
basically a
predators.
lot of animals will grow depending on the size of their environment.
Mm-hmm.
So like a fish, if you put it in a tank this
I've read the
big,
Dr. Seuss book
it'll
about
get
that.
yeah.
One fish, two
Or if
fish.
like like if you
The
put a
fish that keeps
goldfish
getting bigger.
in a small tank, it'll stay a goldfish. It'll stay looking
Yeah.
like that. But if you put it in a huge pond, they get really big and look almost like koi fish.
Yeah.
They
And
look
so-
like magic carps.
Similar, yeah. Basically, the Pokemon of the real world. But yeah, it's
They
fucking,
got lazy when they were naming some of those, or when they were creating those character designs. They're like, how about just a
yeah,
fish?
yeah.
But then it turns into Gyarados. So what's up?
You fucking loser.
I don't know anything about Pokemon.
I was listening to Tarantino's podcast that he does with Roger Avery the other day, and Roger Avery's daughter is on there. and they were talking about something, and she made this like long Pokemon reference, and they were like, what the fuck are you talking about? Nobody knew, and I feel like the demographic of that podcast is like 45 and up.
Yeah.
And she's like in her 20s talking about Pokemon, and I was like, no,
Pokemon was definitely around when I was
reference.
a kid, but it just didn't do it for me.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, it did it for me.
It did it for me too. But you're a couple. How old are you?
36.
Okay, you're only a couple years older.
She ain't
than
gonna
me.
do it for you, but she finna do it for me. You know that song?
No.
No, sounds good though. Sounds like a really
It's
good
really
song.
good. Sounds like something you would like.
I hate
A
rap.
lyricist.
So
You got more?
have y'all? Well, quickly, Herschel Walker veers off course to give a speech about werewolves and vampires, which is
He
awesome.
loves to. He loves to.
I'm very,
I feel
very
like I would say he just veered on course.
But what does he know that we don't? Is what I want to know.
Nothing. There's literally nothing that Herschel Walker knows that you don't know.
And then the biggest story, if y'all have been following the Daryl Brooks saga, the guy that ran through the parade,
My only reference to that is what you keep just texting me about it.
he was sentenced 6 consecutive life sentences just for the deaths. And then,
This is the Wisconsin guy,
yeah.
Kenosha,
Oh, no, Waukesha.
Waukesha. Yeah.
And then 1,000 days, or no, I think 1,000 years on top of that for the injuries, because it was like 64 injuries.
How many people did he kill?
6,
6. Yeah.
and then injured like 64 or something.
Daryl Brooks received 6 consecutive life sentences plus more than 700 additional years in prison for a Waukesha Christmas parade attack.
And then
God damn! I hope they make him immortal before.
it's so funny because she's like, oh, and 365 days will be deducted from that from his time.
Right. He got time served? Good for him.
What
But
the fuck?
he gets no money on his books because he has to pay off like $400,000, so he can't have any money on his books in prison.
Didn't that happen to Dahmer's dad, too?
know.
He published a book and then he wasn't allowed to take the money. Dude,
Pretty normal.
Yeah.
somebody drove through a bunch of cops yesterday or the day before?
I didn't hear
There
about
was some sheriff training. Like people were training to be sheriffs or some shit, and somebody drove a car. It didn't kill anybody, but fucked like.
Did they
25
have
people
toy
up.
guns? Because that is, alarming. You can mistake that for real guns.
Right. Well, I would imagine the sheriffs would have real guns.
Well, then there you go. There's the
Car
threat.
drives into a group of Los Angeles area law enforcement recruits, injuring 25.
Jeez. What happened to that guy? He's going to get the book thrown at him.
A 22-year-old did it. I wonder. The crash appears to have been an accident.
How?
Oh, so it was. I thought immediately I was just like,
Hilarious.
oh, somebody hates cops.
Yeah.
Jesus
Somebody's
Christ.
like, "Oh, cops! I love them." Oh no!
Yeah.
No.
He was going. fuck! As 25 bodies walk off his head.
I donate to the police.
I have a pal.
She's got a giant thin blue line sticker on the back of her car.
The fortune, whatever thing.
Yeah.
Wait, did I just assume it was a woman, or did you say that it was a woman?
I think you assumed it was a woman.
Yeah, I think it's a guy.
The driver who was going the wrong way showed no sign of impairment. Blew a 0 on the breathalyzer. There were no skid marks visible at the site of the crash. It looked like an airplane wreck. So many bodies scattered everywhere in different states of injury. It's pretty traumatic.
But nobody died.
The guy said.
It's pretty bad.
Dramatic.
I didn't like it.
As I'm reflecting on it while I'm writing this,
This is the one story where I turn into Bo, where I go, I kind of liked it.
We have fun
Oh
around here.
shit! What's our time? Oh, we got plenty of time, dog.
Was he just texting or something? Or she? It didn't say. It doesn't have their name yet.
I don't know. When you said it was an accident, I was like, "Oh, it's They were texting.
Fire.
They were texting like, "I'm so excited! There's gonna be all these new sheriffs to protect our city."
Yeah, exactly.
Oh fuck!
I wish Biden was a little more law and order focused.
At least we got Kamala.
Yeah, nobody died, folks, at
That's
home.
good.
They're just tweeting like "fuck Antifa, fuck Antifa."
That's so shitty.
Oh my god!
Wow, that's crazy.
How about some recommendations? Not that we're quite there yet, but I have a recommendation.
What's your recommendation?
Maybe we can just chat movies for a second.
I have a movie recommendation.
I do
You
too.
do?
What's yours?
Banshees of Inisherin.
Oh yeah.
Really liked it.
Haven't seen it
seen
yet,
it.
but
Really
I
liked
definitely want
It's,
to.
is it Martin McDonough?
The
Mike?
director,
Yeah.
and he also directed In Bruges.
In
but
Bruges.
it's the same two actors. But
Did you see In Bruges?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In
It's a
Bruges
really
or
funny
In
movie.
Bruges?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
When
Okay.
you start getting in Europe, I just don't pronounce
Yeah,
half the
just-
letters.
yeah,
Who knows?
It seems right.
But it's the same two actors, the same director, but it has nothing to do with In Bruges.
Okay.
In Bruges. And
Like an unofficial companion.
No,
No.
not even.
Oh, no?
Completely different movie.
Okay.
Takes place in the 20s in Ireland during the Civil War. An island off of Ireland. Has nothing. The war is just kind of a
side note.
side note. Yeah.
Okay, that's a good rec.
It's so funny. I love that movie.
Okay.
Okay, hell yeah.
Mine. Did I bring this up last time?
I don't know. We'll find
Bullet
out.
Train. Did I talk about this already?
Oh no, but I've heard only terrible things about.
Dude,
Bullet
the
Train.
reviews are so bad. Well, it has a 75 audience score and a 53 critic score, and I was reading these fucking pretentious critics. It's just a fun movie. It's like a fun.
I guarantee you I'd hate it.
I haven't heard
I
any
bet-
good things
I
from
bet you
critics.
would.
Everything he's saying,
It's
I
a
would
fun
hate.
action movie.
I
It's like
mean-
it's good, and it's Brad Pitt just being fun and silly.
Ladybug is an unlucky assassin who's determined to do his job peacefully after one too many gigs has gone off the rails. Fate, however, may have another plan, as his latest mission puts him on a collision course with lethal adversaries from around the globe, all with connected yet conflicting objectives on the world's fastest train.
I like it.
Yeah,
It's good.
I'm gonna watch
it's
it.
so fun.
but-
It's so fun. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, we'll see. I've only heard bad stuff.
Well, they're
and
wrong.
from people like friends who have seen it.
Well, you got one friend here that's seen it,
Yeah.
and he says yes to Bullet Train.
Well,
That's a yes to Bullet Train.
It's like the fucking critics are like, it's not as clever as it thinks it is, and it's like it's not that clever. It's just
Yeah.
a fun action movie.
Let's see, top critics. I'm pulling them up.
Yeah,
I think the only movie I've seen since we talked about all the new movies that I've seen is Black Panther.
I still haven't seen Black Panther.
I
refuse.
I liked it more than the first one,
definitely will
honestly.
I didn't see it either. I don't see any comic book movies.
no, I'll definitely see it.
My girlfriend really likes all the Marvel shit, but
I do too.
I thought it was better than the first one personally. Just as a
Wakanda Forever?
yeah, just across the board as just a movie, it was better. It was more enjoyable. It was funnier. It was like sadder. It just had like a lot more to it. It wasn't.
Is it the
perfect by
same
any
crew,
means.
same director, and all that shit?
I believe so. Yeah, I'm
Damn.
pretty sure.
Here's the top critic review of
Yeah.
Bullet Train.
Read the negative ones.
It's not fatal that Leitch and company have no evident goal other than to amuse audience with 2 hours of spiffy nonsense, but there's a whiff of try-hard desperation behind the film's bravado. Here's my problem with this critic.
Yeah.
If you're going to call out trying hard, then don't shove 19 adjectives
Yeah.
into your sentences
No.
because your writing sounds like you're trying hard.
Yeah, I read that review, and I said, "Fuck that guy."
It's a shame that the filmmakers didn't trust the spatial and dramatic tensions provided by the train jury and opted instead for a seen it all before spectacle.
I don't know what they're talking about. It's not a perfect movie. It's not going to win Oscars, but like I don't usually see action movies I like. We kind of put it on as like, oh, that's a new Brad Pitt movie, cool. And in terms of an action movie, balancing the comedy and a little bit of like not heartwarming, but like sad stuff. Like I thought it was just a good old time.
Oh, the Daily Beast
It's a
has one.
movie.
You can always count on the Daily Beast for not being too articulate. Bullet Train is shooting nothing but blanks.
Oh my god.
I totally disagree. And it's like hyper violent,
Also-
which is fun.
The bullet doesn't mean bullet in Bullet Train. It means a fast train. So
yeah.
the shooting blanks isn't even a good pun or whatever. Good.
Honestly, if it sucked, I think that's a pretty funny headline.
It did
But the
suck
movie
compared to
didn't
all-
suck.
Contrarian with like he has to disagree with things being
No,
good.
I think that
That's
worked.
a good review. I don't.
I wouldn't have said it, but
It's a disease you have.
no.
It's a good
Oh
disease.
my god.
You defend everything.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. Nazi Germany. You were doing that before the mic.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Before
I
the
was
mics were
doing
turned
that.
on.
Did not. For the record, I forgot to name our last episode the anti-Hitler episode.
I forgot about that even, and I like.
What'd you
I was-
guys talk about?
Hitler.
Oh,
While we were talking
more-
about Kanye and everything.
Just more than normal. we
I
talked
ended up
about.
calling it weekday, not at Brian's.
Right.
That's a play on words.
That's funny. I like that.
But
I like that.
I like that.
That's good. Yeah, you can always count on Bo for not being articulate.
I'm calling this one shooting blanks for sure.
So, all right. So this is how I want to end the show from now on. We can still do the recommendations. I still like that.
That can be anywhere in
Just
the episode.
exactly. Recommend whatever. But so what we're going to do is ask I'll have a question that I'll present to all of us, and we'll give our answer for it at the end, and then we'll go from there. And the first one that we did last week with just me and Bo is, what is our most embarrassing fashion choice from our past? And we talked about, for me, it was a beanie with a bill on it.
Yeah.
That was
Not worn straight.
not yeah, they never wore it. Always had it to the side.
Of course.
I was
course.
I was mad I had curly hair because then I couldn't have the little swoop that came
Could have
across it.
straighted it.
Yeah.
Oh, I did. I tried multiple
like a
times.
R&B singer in the 50s.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so that was for me. What was one that you talked about?
We bent quarters onto our
Oh
house.
yeah, which
That was pretty bad.
makes no sense.
The hell did you just say? You bent quarters?
Yeah, with a
Who, you and the
vice.
other ogres? How did you bend quarters?
With a vice. We take a hat and put a quarter in it.
You like a C clamp in your.
No, like a real vice, like a big guy.
And where did you put them?
On the brim of the hat. Like 3 of them. I took it too far. I think I did like a hat whole brim at one point.
Oh my god, you got $6 worth of quarters on your head.
You basically made like a hillbilly version of like a hat you get on Hollywood Boulevard with the sequins all
Yeah.
over it.
Yeah,
So,
pretty much. Did you do it on a Von Dutch trucker hat?
No, it was on like a Spitfire hat.
Oh, all right.
A flex fit Spitfire hat.
Flex fit,
Yeah.
Jesus, all right.
Oh man, I had so many bad ones. I mean, I was like when I was a punk, I would just wear whatever I found.
Okay.
So like there were times where
You were a gutter punk.
yeah, big time.
Disgusting.
Did you add studs to things that you found? Where you, okay,
Yeah, I had a lot of studs.
sure did.
Yeah.
Yep.
I had a big floppy mohawk, like one that was too long to put up.
Yeah.
And then I would wear dude, I'm telling you, I looked like there was one time where I looked like a homeless Blues Clues because I found like a striped shirt. I don't know where I found it, and I wore it every day. And then I had some
God, you must have stunk.
oh, I stunk really. We all stunk bad. I had some.
Yeah,
Were you
punks don't smell
homeless?
great.
No, I had a home. I
No, I was
was
house.
Like a flop house?
cargo pants, a punk house, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Cargo pants and big clunky New Balances. Like, well, everybody else was like punk as fuck looking. I literally was just whatever I found, and and my hair was like
You were more
bleached.
punk than them.
I looked insane, dude. I looked like an absolute it's like, oh, he has mental health issues. He's hanging around these people to mask the fact that he's a homeless loser. Yeah, no, I looked horrible. Other fashion is.
How much rent do you pay on a punk house?
There was one point where I was paying $50 to live somewhere, and it was $25 for rent and $25 to practice in the practice space.
What state was this in?
Georgia.
Georgia.
Yeah. It's now a coffee roaster. It was a warehouse. I have it tattooed on me. This place right here.
Oh, shit.
It's Quonset hut.
Nice.
Now it's
Crazy.
Jittery Joe's Coffee Roasters. But yeah, I lived in a big Quonset hut, and the room next to me was a welding setup that some local folk artists in the South. You know how there's all those metal artists,
Yeah.
folk artists. Yeah. So I would be like trying to sleep, and he'd be like TIG welding next to me. But I mean, I was paying $25 to live
Yep.
there, so I can't really
Sleep with sunglasses on.
Yeah, those are super dark ones.
I would get wasted, and I shared that room with my friend Ken. I would get wasted, and I was known to take standing pees in the middle of the floor, black out, and he would throw a pillow at me and be like, "You're pissing on the floor again."
You are.
You are. Ho! Ooh-ah! Yeah,
what the fuck?
I looked like dog shit. I've never had good fashion though. Like I would say that every choice I've ever made has been bad.
But what are you embarrassed when you look back on? Because I was telling him in my punk days, which were emo days that we weren't aware of yet.
Yeah, of course.
I wore suspenders a lot, not over my shoulders, just let them hang.
Of course.
And then I
The
had
skinheads did that too.
yeah, well, yeah, which you find out later. But I had a pair of plaid shorts that had suspenders that were attached to them that were not functional. They were only straps that were there to just hang down.
Sounds
and
like
just-
lederhosen.
Yeah.
Similar, yeah. It was similar.
That's
it was,
wild.
It didn't. Yeah, it was so dumb.
I one time found remember that band The Virus?
I don't think so.
They were like a shitty.
I don't know any music.
They were like a mall street punk band. Like they were like a fake punk band with really big mohawks and stuff. I found a Virus shirt and I cut it up because I thought it looked like a Macho Man kind of shirt, like the wrestler. So I cut the bottom to be fringes all the way down, and I had fringes coming on the side. And I don't know, I was just drunk all the time. I just was like, oh, this looks cool. And then I like showed up to a party and everybody's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Don't worry.
You look like a football player in the 80s.
I'm like, I look like Macho Man.
What am I wearing?
That was like the height of super masculine, steroided dudes wearing like the most effeminate shit possible.
One time I got a Fred Perry cardigan that I found, and this is like
Where were you finding these?
I would just walk into
trash?
people's houses and
I
find
found shirts on the street and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you wash them?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I would wash
in
them.
the sink.
But I mean, like, it's like kind of like how you don't want to use a public bathroom because of who might have shit before you. But like, I'm the guy you don't want to use. Like, I'm also like the shirt was probably cleaner in the gutter than it was on my body.
I had a shirt for a while that I found on a fence post.
Yeah,
I wore that for a while.
dude. There's
I was
like,
like, that's a nice shirt.
if you want if you like Nike sweaters and shit, I just bought a Nike sweater just because it was on sale for Veterans Day from Kohl's because I needed a sweater, and then I was getting coffee in my neighborhood and I was like, there's like $5 really nice Nike sweaters just being sold on fences all over my neighborhood. My neighborhood is like one big outdoor mall.
No, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Just constant like.
there's
yard
like
sales.
nice clothes.
Oh,
there
did you
and
get
stuff.
some good discounts or free shit
I
for
did.
Veterans Day?
I did. I got.
What was your run this time?
an oil change?
Nice.
Got some clothes.
Nice.
Starbucks.
Nice.
What else did I get? Ordered something off of Adidas's website for like 60% off.
Nice.
And
Hell yeah.
then
What do you have to on an online purchase? What do you have to?
there's this thing
info
called
you have-
ID Me that
Okay.
you have to verify through. So yeah, just that.
I've used ID Me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you a first responder?
No,
No. Teacher?
I
Yeah.
was.
Is that why you used it?
I don't. Yeah, probably. I just remember the name of that website.
Yeah, dude. You get so many discounts through that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Veterans Day sucked this year though. It was a little lackluster. I usually go pretty hard. Last year, me and Brian Simpson went to like 19 restaurants.
In Tyler
yeah.
too, right?
Yeah, I was saying, you
Yeah,
guys
Tyler.
filmed it and everything,
Yeah.
didn't you?
Yeah, that was. I mean, there was nowhere to go but down from there. We got Chick-fil-A, Wiener Schnitzel, Chili's, Applebee's, Chick-fil-A.
You were
She
clo-
said Chick-fil-A
you
twice.
were
Oh,
clogged
did
up.
I? I love Chick-fil-A.
Accurate.
I'm on a diet too, and I'm not eating anything like that now. And I just drive by a Chick-fil-A and I just fantasize.
I had Chick-fil-A for dinner last night.
It's so good.
It is.
Yeah. I have. I think
It is good.
I've officially
It's so good.
prefer
They hate the
Cane's
ga- Oh, yeah.
over Chick-fil-A.
Me and you are Cane's boys.
Because I
the
used to
death.
like the options at Chick-fil-A, but Cane's is just generally better quality in my opinion.
Yeah.
But they're both great. You know, can't hate on it too much.
The sauce variety is nice at a chicken fillet.
I agree, but my favorite sauce across the board is Cane's sauce.
You know they have honey mustard at Cane's?
I did not know that.
I didn't know that
I like
either.
honey mustard a lot.
I'm gonna
too. That's
check
one
it
of
out
my
next
faves.
time I go.
Honey mustard is too like general of
Yeah,
a term
it
because
could mean
there's-
anything.
There's a huge range of what honey mustard is.
Yeah.
That's true.
People
It
do
is.
like a Dijon that is a little bit of honey. People do a regular like yellow mustard that's honey. Some people do like super honey that's like really sweet.
Mm-hmm.
And so I kind of never know what I'm getting into.
You don't know till you try.
What do you like? I like a spicy Dijon.
I kind of like
Honey,
them all.
like a spicy Dijon honey mustard, like
But my-
real dark ground stone brown.
Yeah, that's pretty good. If I can have a spicy chicken tender, I like the sweeter of the two, but I do like the Dijon as well.
Yeah,
That's what McDonald's their honey mustard
hot
used to be,
mustard?
and now they called it the like hot honey mustard. It's like changed.
I had a shit.
it's
in
just called hot
McDonald's the other
mustard.
day. Why are bathrooms still closed? Not like COVID is. There's no COVID regulations except for public bathrooms had not reopened. Like I was in a Goodwill.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, dude. Anywhere you go, they're like, for safety reasons, those bathrooms are no longer open.
They just don't want to clean them.
I know.
Yeah.
So I had to go to McDonald's and like I had to remember like a 10-digit code. There's like 5 fat guys in front of me, making me the 6th fat guy, and then like. And it's just like there's one stall, and you know when you walk in and there's a line and the urinal's wide open, and you're just like, "Fuck!"
Yeah.
Like every one of these dudes has to shit.
Yeah.
They all have their routines. They're putting like every time they go in the stall, you hear a YouTube video come on, and you're like, "God damn it! I'm pouring sweat."
A newspaper tucked in his
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, it was. Oh my
Starbucks
God.
is always a good call for that.
There wasn't one right. I mean, it was like a situation where I needed it right now.
Were you at the Goodwill where you could walk right over to the McDonald's right there?
Yeah, and on San Fernando, the
Yeah,
bins.
I used to live right there.
Yeah, by the adult toy shop.
Yes.
Yeah, when Jackson and I went in there, like, I was already in my 30s, well into my 30s, and we were walking around the sex shop being like, whoa, look how big this is.
You can put it in
Yeah, I know. It was not the proudest day of my life.
But fun.
Yeah, there was a lot of butt fun going on in there. Hey,
We're
folks,
crazy.
how are you?
Yeah, fucking. All right,
Been a
guys.
great crowd.
Let's.
What are we at?
Bullet Train is never boring, and it certainly
Thank you.
and it certainly moves. But it's like an overdose of action movie making. Much sound and fury signifying nothing. This should have been more fun.
It's a lot of fun. It's so much fun.
What are we at? We're at hour on the dot.
Brian,
that's perfect.
we should do. We should watch together and do commentary on movies that Bo suggests,
Yeah, yeah.
and just tear
Mystery
them
Science
apart.
Theater. It.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll describe why it's good. Well,
He cut his head off. What don't you like about that?
That-
it's awesome when somebody
can't
cuts
even do
somebody's
that in
head
real
off.
life.
kind of does happen.
Yeah. I liked Under Siege. Is it like that? That's a train movie.
The
Or is it Under Siege 2? Which
it
one's
like-
on a train?
with Seagal?
Yeah.
I don't
Seagal?
even know.
One of them's on a train.
I don't
Two.
think
It's
it's not
two.
the first
Two.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
2's great.
Yeah.
I'm just a chef.
Have you ever heard the
Send you
story
back
where
to
he's
hell
like,
where you belong.
I just read the best screenplay I've ever read. And they're like, who wrote it? I did.
Steven Seagal says that. I need that clip, and I need to make a reel out
I
of it.
forget
Of
who
me
tells
saying
the
that.
story of it, but it's so funny.
That is so fucking funny. What a badass.
What a psycho, dude.
Yeah. He's like, I think he just had a falling out with the Kremlin. Like he like left here. He had like sexual assault charges or something and went and lived in Russia. And now I think he has some issue with Russia. I don't know where he's at now. He's probably in like Tajikistan or something.
No, I bet he's in like
fucking
Estonia or
insane.
something.
Do you guys know about like his involvement with MMA and the UFC and all that stuff?
No.
Like a few years ago. So Anderson Silva, who recently lost a boxing match to Jake Paul, who's generally looked at as the greatest MMA fighter of all time.
But he's also looked at as a 48-year-old man.
Exactly. He's
Yeah.
he's a very old man who has legit boxing wins, but he's a very,
And I also
very
think
old
Jake
man.
Paul's on steroids.
Of course he's admitted
Yeah.
it.
Oh, has he?
Yeah, he's been taking human growth hormone and like TRT like for a long time.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Not debatable. But so Steven Seagal offered in the height of Anderson Silva. Like he is the #1 fighter in the world at the time. People are currently saying he's the greatest MMA fighter of all time during his peak.
Yeah.
So he gets involved with Steven Seagal, and Steven basically is like, I can teach you stuff, blah, 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 all this stuff. And so there's all this footage of them training together and like leading up to a fight and them hanging out. Like he's at the fights and stuff like that. So Anderson Silva has a fight, basically his first fight after like training with Steven Seagal and all that shit. And he does the first ever front kick to the face knockout. It's the first time it ever happened in MMA.
So this is not how I thought the story was going to go.
Well, hold on. So it's basically he like just straight up kicks like just a teep kick, which is a straight kick, hits Vitor Belfort right in the chin, knocks him out. First time that's ever happened. The very first interview, right 10 minutes after the fight happens, Steven Seagal goes, I taught him that kick. And Anderson goes, Steven Seagal taught me that kick. So it became this thing where Steven Seagal was training the best fighters in the world, teaching them new techniques, and they're winning with those techniques. So a lot of the other Brazilian fighters started training with him and all this stuff. And then a couple years later, Anderson comes out and is like, that was all a lie. I was just going along with it because he was crazy, and he has never taught me anything. Every training session that we ever had was complete nonsense. He is a fake martial artist. Like, called him out, told him, and was just laughing like it was all bullshit.
This makes me love Anderson Silva so much.
It was so, because like
that
when
he
you
just yes-anded it.
when you go back and watch the videos of them together, Anderson will like look to the camera and laugh, and it's fucking hilarious.
Oh, what a great
So he
bit.
completely like delegitimized all of his shit.
I mean, if you watch Aikido, especially him doing it, it looks so insane.
Yeah, it
It's
really
like-
does.
Well, your sunglasses. He always wears the yellow tinted sunglasses.
Yeah, because we're
Seems to
both
go-
operators, dude.
Yeah, he's
Operatives?
always
No,
handling
operators.
firearms.
I looked it up. Operators.
Did you?
Hello,
All right, let's get out of here.
Different kind of
Bo,
operator.
hit him with the socials.
All right, at Bone Thugs and eHarmony on Instagram, at What's Wrong with Me podcast on YouTube, at Bo's Backyard Burgers LA. We got an event December 4th in Burbank, similar thing.
Nice.
You gonna be serving hot cider?
It's not a bad idea. Maybe. Maybe, baby.
Ooh, hot cider.
And,
That's nice.
It does
Yeah, I
sound
think
nice.
that's it.
Hell yeah. When that's December 4th?
December 4th, yeah.
All right, hell yeah.
In
Brian?
Burbank.
Me the Brian J. Vokia on Instagram.
Wait, what? You changed your Instagram
Sorry,
name?
no, that's the old one. Mr. Brian Vokia on Instagram. Sorry, it's Brian J. Vokia on TikTok.
Oh, TikTok star.
Mr. Brian Vokia on Instagram. For all the European listeners, I will be on tour out there starting March 22nd.
Nice.
European on my boot.
I'm doing a show for I'm doing a Swiss run, and then I'm doing Luxembourg and Germany and Amsterdam.
Might run
yeah.
into Steven Seagal.
Maybe. Whatever country he's exiled in.
Yeah, right.
Maybe he'll
Probably
come out.
Luxembourg.
You just got to go to whatever embassy is willing to hold him.
I'm really hoping to God that in Luxembourg, like Prince Andrew or somebody really naughty boys come out so I can do my bits to their face.
That would be sick.
That'd be really
Oh, the
fun.
naughty boys are coming.
Hell yeah. When is that? When do you go?
March 21st.
Nice. Hell yeah. Well, we'll keep promoting that throughout the year. Be sure to follow my Instagram at Rizzo and check out my other podcast, Getting Dug with High. We do on Patreon every single Tuesday, plus a whole bunch of other videos on our Patreon. We've started doing live episodes. I believe we're going to go live. We probably just went live yesterday if this is going up next week, but we're going to try to do the first of every month going live on the Patreon, and then we'll do recorded episodes after that. But check that out. That's been a lot of fun. We're doing a lot of new stuff there. Yeah, I have a show coming up in December as well in LA. I can't remember what the fuck it's called, though. But I'll promote that next week, and yeah, I think we're good.
God bless.
Let's 5 it out.